Hey, this is Nate and Finney for the CG Dojo Lead Exchange program, and we're showing you the hanging outside of the K-mart, which is my shot, and it's very simple. It's a very simple opener that I use. You'll probably hit people 90% of the time with this the first time you throw it, and you can vary it, but that's what I use it for, is sort of entering a set, feeling good about myself, feeling like I hit them. Now I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do. It gives you a good working start to a set, in my opinion. And it's very simple. I'm going to throw it for you right now. It's going to be a lateral step and a reverse wrap. And here we go. I'm going to do it one more time. One more time. And so the two parts are, you're going to be sort of at the outside of mid-range, B-range, whatever you want to call it, where it doesn't seem like you can really hit each other except for maybe a few forearm snipes, but even then, that's sort of a lot. And I start this out of stance. I start this almost flat-footed with my my feet shoulder length apart, but not fully in stance, is probably the best way to do this, because then once you throw it, just immediately stands up. You can also do this from here, but it does take away some of the range. Your mileage may vary. And then the other part is going to be a reverse wrap. It might not feel like a reverse wrap. Once you start stepping to the side, the way that the wrap sounds, feels, and gets thrown is going to change some. And you're going to try to step sort of to the outside of mid-range as opposed to the inside of mid-range. And I can show you what both of those look like. So the inside of mid-range is going to put me closer to him. I'll show you that. So step here, and he's a lot closer. He can snipe my arm. He can come back with sort of a step or a lunge or something very powerful. I don't really want to be in that range when I'm throwing a shot that is very wide. Or I can come here. I'm good. And that's really what you're looking for, is you want to throw the shot and you want to be just sort of good. But there are two ways that you can end it, in terms of, after you throw it, you're either going to want to keep your guard up or you're going to want to leave your guard down. I leave my guard down because it gives me a little bit of extra edge throwing the first part of the shot. But you have to be ready and willing to immediately start blocking if people figure it out and start charging you. Or you can leave your guard up. It takes a little bit of potency out of the shot when you throw it, but it's more safe. So if you throw it without your guard up, it's going to look more like this. So like I'm dragging sort of some of the power down with me. It puts a little extra oomph into the shot when I throw it. And if you leave your guard up, it's going to look like this, but you might not hit them. And that's it. That's hanging outside the K-mart parking lot. No, sorry, hanging outside the K-mart.
You want to talk about counters and like stuff that will happen?
The most likely thing that will happen if you hit people with this a decent amount is they're going to try to charge you, which is why it's very important to step to the outside, because you want sort of a half-second reaction time to do that. And then the other thing that can happen is they can swing at the same time, but I don't know. I don't know if that just sometimes happens. That doesn't happen a high percentage of the time when I throw this shot. If you step to the outside and they throw back at you, there's also a good chance that you'll just hit them and you'll be first, which I realize is not necessarily the best, way to get in your high percentages. But if you're doing something that is designed to hit them before they even react, then you'll probably hit them first. But that really, the counters to it, the only two things that you're going to see are going to look like that, unless they start closing on you. If they start closing on you, what you want to do is you'll probably have to go low. So if they start closing on you, you're going to go low. You go for that hip, you kill them, and you forget they ever existed. That's what I do. And that's it. That's hanging outside the K-mart.